G'day guys and welcome to West Underground, the biggest, baddest podcast in the West. Today we have a very exciting band with us. They are still experiencing and changing with the motions as all musicians do. They are none other than Planet Hollywood. Let's give them a big round of applause. I know where you're watching from your bedroom, or I don't know if you're listening on your headphones on Spotify. You know what I mean? Like we're building up the environment. Planet Hollywood.
I think it's Planet Holiday.
Oh shit!
I just rolled with it.
You know what? No. We're in Sydney right now. Okay, there was a bar called Planet Hollywood. It's now changed to Star Bar. And speaking of potential stars, Planet Holiday. Okay. The other day I was just telling him a little bit earlier backstage that when I'm thinking about future women that I love, I like girls with the holiday look. Think of the most ideal chick you're going to come across on the beach. She just makes you forget about everything. So Planet Holiday. Very sorry, lads. Let's find out a little bit more about the band. Let's get some names first of all. Starting with you.
Hey, I'm Luca.
I'm Aaron.
Sean.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, and you're not a member of...
I'm not a member of the band, unfortunately, but I'm Hamish, and I am the second interviewer in this podcast.
Well, I share your name, Aaron, so that's great. Planet Holiday. Where do we begin, Hamish? Maybe you want to start with firing some questions.
Yeah, guys. So I just want to ask you, tell us a bit about the band. How did you get started? What have you done, and where are you going?
Yeah, man. We it was kind of evolutionary. We just started from just jamming. In high school, it was just going to the music rooms at lunchtime and making lots of noise and getting kicked out and also
getting kicked out.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Because you were just rebellious with your sound.
No,
it was too cool for school, kind of thing,
cool,
or
I think it was just shit and we got
just
kicked
shit.
out. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta learn somehow, right?
It was someone picked up a magazine and the teacher kicked us out for that. He's you can't touch the stuff here.
So you were high school mates.
Yeah, that's three from high school.
Yeah.
All right.
Daniel first day.
Through
uni.
a mutual
Okay.
friend.
Do you want to shout out to your high school? Probably keep that under wraps, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. But high school buddies. Okay, that sounds interesting.
High school buddies and a tag.
This high school though has quite a few musicians come from it, so maybe we should shout it out.
Who's come from? Who's come through? Who's come through?
My high school birth, Oxford Poet, Noon Shift, and a quarter of Planet Holiday. So quite.
Oh,
not
that's
bad.
Yeah.
The music department's doing quite well.
Yeah.
Ours is
Okay.
a bit.
They say music makes everything a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's cool. How did you join in?
It's quite an interesting story, but not really. Basically, I met Sean through a mate of mine that I just randomly met on Facebook through uni, and then Sean's friend was dating someone that knew this person from their high school, and then we kind of came across each other in a class as well. And then, I had a drum kit and I had a jam.
Oh, there go the lights. That's okay. I mean, we're clearly live. I mean, we try to bring you guys real-time stuff. I mean, thanks Mark Zuckerberg for connecting you guys through Facebook.
Of course. So it's all shout out to the big Zuck,
I mean, Zuckerberg. Yeah.
But yeah, so I had a jam room, had a drum kit, so they were like, yeah, come along. We'll do 3 guitars, I guess. Was kind of the plan.
So yeah, what roles do you guys play? Who's singing, who's guitar? Let's go. Yeah.
I'm the drummer and the mum of the group.
All right. You're the Ringo Starr, so to speak.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're already getting touchy-feely.
I thought it was an interview, not a punch-on. Come on. I'm not ready for that yet.
Ringo
I
is
got
a
the-
fantastic drummer. Watch your mouth.
That's the nicest thing you've
Bro,
ever said to me.
Oh, we're learning more about the band. So, drummer, boy. We got...
I play guitar and I sing.
Okay. So, all right. So, how many singers we got? You're the vocalist.
Yeah, but everyone
lead.
sings as well.
Okay,
We just sing back up to
lead
him.
vocals.
Yeah.
So, who's...
He's the one that sounds good.
The only one that actually
Because
can
I
sing.
sing a little bit myself. Who's the harmonizer? Do you do melodies and
We
stuff
attempt
like
to
that?
harmonise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Every step.
I play guitar.
Guitar like bass, slapping
No,
the bass man,
like,
or
like lead mainly.
lead. And
And I play bass, and I play guitar in one song.
have you seen the movie I Love You, Man?
No, I have not.
You know that there's a scenes like slapping the bass man. you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
I Love You, Man. You're gonna have to check it
I
out.
definitely used to watch the movie, but
Okay. And what guitar do you play then?
The guitar?
Yeah, you got lead, bass, and
rhythm and lead, so we just
Rhythm.
switch around
We
for
kinda
songs.
switch.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you play, Hamish, when you're
Well,
jamming
I play
around?
I play a bit of guitar here and there sometimes.
You got any
I gotta
guitar
check.
questions for the boys?
Yeah,
mate?
I gotta-
you know
I
more
gotta-
about that than I do, so.
So who is the best guitarist in the group? Let's just
All on me.
all on you.
That's amazing because you're also the vocalist.
Yeah.
Is there maybe a
Well, I think
relationship
there's-
with that?
I think the
What's going
vocalists are
on?
always the best guitar players in the group, mainly because they're more in sync with pitch and maybe even rhythm, because they're always kind of singing. Where the lead guys kind of turn
Okay.
focus in on.
I guess it's probably just boosted.
I think it's a case of
cheeriness.
basically whoever writes the lyrics and sings it kind of put onto rhythm, just because, as Hamish said, it's really hard to keep a lead line
Okay.
going when you're singing at the same
So, like,
time.
Let's say if
Mm.
I written a song, like I would probably play rhythm,
Yeah.
and then he would play lead. But if he writes a song, I'd play lead on it.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
Because like
Yeah.
he'll come to the table with, the whole song written out, generally speaking,
Yeah.
and then we'll make it our own as a
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
But like if I do that, then it's
Yeah.
just switching the role.
Okay,
around.
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
respect
Yeah,
for the
essentially.
for an
Yeah.
element of that. Like Aaron, yourself, like how do these guys keep you grounded? Surely they're not afraid to rough you up a little bit
Oh,
here and
man.
there, or is it
Every
easy
day.
life? Every day. You got a
Every day,
story
man.
for us?
Oh, just
A funny story, maybe.
Always the buds of the joker. I think. Yeah, it's the best place to be sometimes.
That's good. Well done, boys, on keeping this man in check.
Yeah, man.
We've got to use our only talent. If we lose him, we're screwed. Like that's simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm learning more about bands
Yeah,
by
man.
So
day by day.
who's the driver, I suppose, of the band? Like who's the guy who's saying, "Let's get it done," let's practice this day.
I
think we
it's,
all
I think it's
kind
all
of just
four of us. Yeah.
we kind of
right.
just we all drive each other. Like it's just someone that goes, all right, none of this silly shit. Let's get to practicing, or we'll play.
Yeah.
Drive early to the gig or something like that.
It's usually me and
usually
Aaron
me.
organise.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
say
just
Sean.
someone-
Sean's always really
Yeah.
mean and just ready to crack you.
Who are your
think we all have
musical
a
inspirations?
quality,
So
Well, I
who
think
do
we
you
should
look
go
to
one by
for
one for this
inspiration?
because-
Yeah, we'll start with you and we'll work our way across musical
Oh,
inspirations.
Probably like Queens of Stone Age and Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you got any questions, just fire in because you probably
I'll
know.
fire in. I'll
yeah.
put in my input, but I want to hear who your inspiration.
Queens of
Yeah. Oh.
Stone Age. Okay.
Yeah, and like anything previous to the last album.
For like the newbies listening in, we get all types of people listening.
Yeah.
Who are the Queens of Stone Age?
It's like over time they've had members come in and out. Main lead singer is Josh Homme, crazy guy. He's a bit nuts. Have you ever seen any of his videos? It's a bit I don't know. He's just weird, isn't
Is
he?
he
it's a weird
eccentric?
bloke.
Oh, he's not that rich to be eccentric. Though.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but definitely
just a bit
he's
weird.
whack.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
all a little bit weird in one
Yeah.
way or another.
But
I think he's just
hilarious.
happy to be, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
He says something.
What
I
about-
thought it was
yeah.
really interesting because I watched his interview with Rogan, and he's talking about how he's had the same car since he's 16. Shout out to Joe Rogan, but I was like, wow, you've had the same car since you were 16. No accidents, no
I saw
nothing.
that,
and
yeah.
Now you're like 50, and you've got that one car from since you were 16. That's like
Watching that made me more proud of my car. I was like, oh, I'm washing my car now, I'm changing the oil and everything. I guess, well, it's like, yeah, you gotta respect your car now. It's like,
Yeah,
respect it like your
absolutely.
guitar.
That's a
It's cool.
huge principle in life. If you get respect right. I mean, when Michelle Obama met Barack, he had like a Datsun, a yellow Datsun with like a hole in the ground. And look where he went. What about yourself, Aaron?
Me?
Who's your
Oh.
inspirations?
So many. Like, my influences are probably mainly Soundgarden, rest in peace, Chris Cornell, and Foo Fighters as well. Probably the
nice,
prime
nice.
ones.
I can definitely hear it in your voice a little bit, like the Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, I just fucking love the drive, of those two bands. Like, Soundgarden's got more of the musical intricacy, and it's so complex yet simple at the same time, and it's just beautiful songs that come out of it. And Foo Fighters is always that pumped up energy. Every time you listen to it in the car, I feel like I'm at a live.
Do you sound at all like the lead singer of Foo Fighters?
It's up
A
to
little
the
bit.
judge.
I-
You got that,
I
like-
hear a little bit. There's that rough.
That
little
grunt.
noise, that's definitely coming through. So
Yeah.
Would you say Foo Fighters lead singer versus Nickelback's lead singer? Similarities there in the
Oh,
sound,
no,
that
no,
kind
no,
of. So it's
no,
not like you.
No,
I mean, no disrespect
All the
to
rock fans out
Nickelback,
there.
but no disrespect to Nickelback, but I've heard people say that sometimes there's a sound of constipation coming through the lead.
I think Chad is trying
And-
to sound like Dave, and that's the whole sound.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
trying to write songs that are kind of similar to Foo Fighters to a lower extent. But
Yeah.
again, I won't throw shade at Nickelback because
Yeah.
you know,
No,
they're
Nick,
doing
I
their
love
thing.
Nickelback. I love Photograph. I'm just the messenger. I'm just
mean,
the
no hate,
messenger.
man, no hate
Yeah,
at all.
I've been on social media and people are
Aaron, how many
speaking.
Nickelback songs can you name?
Photograph. But the sound, you know.
Yeah, but the sound.
But you know. That's what I've got you here for, Hamish, mate. What about yourself?
Probably Cat Stevens. That's my favorite artist of all time. Like I grew up listening to him, and his songwriting just there's something about it that just means a lot to me, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah,
Cat Stevens.
yeah.
Now Yusuf Cat Stevens, of course.
Yeah.
Like, who names their child Cat?
It's not. I think
Like,
it's
that's
Monica.
probably his stage name or something,
Yeah,
right?
it's just a stage
Okay.
name.
It's not fun getting catfished. I mean, so, you know.
Have you got any experience there?
Mate, I'm not the one being interviewed, but I mean, you know, I've been around, bro. I've been around. Yeah, like for the newbies, who's Cat Stevens?
He was this he wrote sort of folky songs, like folky pop songs throughout the 60s and 70s, and
Like which
Yeah.
countries? Like we're not talking like yodeling and stuff.
oh no.
Folk.
He's from England, so
Okay.
think of that
Top of the morning to you.
That's
Yeah.
Irish.
But,
Well, I think the
But,
English coined the
same
term.
thing.
Yeah,
there's,
yeah.
his biggest song he's got is Peace Train, and that's so it's
That's a nice name for a song.
yeah.
You guys are working on some original music, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You're working on an EP.
Yeah, that's right.
I see. How would you describe that song?
That sound for the EP? Oh, it's got a bit of a blend. I'm not going to say everything, but all of our influences, because we come from different musical backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Sean, it's got Cat Stevens sounds, and as well as with, you guys enjoy pop punk as well a lot.
I would say I enjoy it more than Sean.
More than
And I
anyone,
think
yeah.
that would have been one of the things that remotely kind of brought us together. Obviously I listened to a lot of Blink-182 growing up, and I think one of the things when I saw their logos and the way they did gigs and everything, all I wanted to do was make something that was easily accessible and easily played and easier to enjoy. So in everything that we do, I want to make everything as accessible as possible. So I would say the pop punk, that attitude and everything, and then meeting these guys and getting into grunge, alt rock, that type of thing. Like even things like Gorillaz as well. I knew of them. I knew Feel Good Inc. I knew Clint Eastwood and that type of thing. But listening to whole albums that these guys introduced me. Like I never listened to Nevermind all the way through.
Okay. I messed a little bit with Blink-182 myself.
Yeah.
Specific question.
Yeah.
See if you can know which song this is from, because I'm not good with titles, but I do remember stuff. Hamish. Okay. What's the meaning of Indescendent Upon You? Because it's in the song "I Miss You" by Blink-182. Yeah, and I'm a bit of a nerd, you see, so I'm like da-da-da-da, like Indescendent Upon You. That's one of the
Indecision
lines.
to call you.
Oh.
Really?
Hear your voice of trees.
Oh,
Will
'cause-
you come home? Will you come home and stop this pain tonight? Second verse.
Oh, really? It's indecision
Indecision
to call you.
and
Because
hear
I
your
was
voice of
researching
trees.
about
Yeah.
that song, and I was like something about fear of spiders and
Yeah,
phobias. And I thought indecision to con you was some weird word
Like
for a
ladder-
fear of
ladders.
spiders.
I can definitely see where you got that from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's the thing with music. Like,
I heard lyrics here. It's
like-
I'm
years
not a
later you
band
realise.
player myself. I was in a boy band, but it was more of a cheesy one in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
yeah,
I was in
definitely.
there for 6 months, but like the specificity of the lyrics there, sometimes you don't. So thank you for clarifying that. The
course.
indecision to
man,
call
of
you.
course.
Have you boys ever struggled with that? The
Aaron,
indecision.
just hold that thought there. I
Yeah,
just wanted
yeah.
to, I wanted to get to you, man, and just ask you, because I think we skipped your influences, and I want to
Blink-182,
We've just heard that one, but I want to see
Yeah.
if there's any others, because you didn't really get a real good chance to give your spin on the influences. So.
Yeah, it was definitely Blink for the longest time. Like my brother had a few Blink CDs. Like people like Green Day, Sum 41. Like earliest memory probably would have been listening to American Idiot all the way through. Like when I was like 10 years old.
A little bit of Green Day. Shout out to Green
Yeah,
Day.
shout out to
Shout out
Green
to
Day.
Green
Big ups
Day.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Speaking of holidays, Planet Holiday.
Yeah.
Planet Holiday right here.
Yeah.
On holiday.
But yeah, then it kind of evolved,
Yeah.
towards like the indie.
We definitely have a heavier side as well. Like we have influences from definitely Foo Fighters and Soundgarden, but also like we grew up with Queens of Stone Age and Pious as well. Like that
Black Sabbath,
Black Sabbath and
like early
Black
Beatles.
Sabbath. Like, that's an interesting name.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like-
it's a
Awesome
great band,
name.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
I think they just tried to get the darkest thing that they could possibly think of at the time.
Yeah,
It's
they just did it.
What's
Yeah.
darker than Black
Probably.
Sabbath?
Yeah.
Like
What
such- yeah.
What about Powderfinger?
I haven't listened to much Powderfinger, but paralleling to that is Silverchair.
Okay,
Yeah,
Straight Line's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah, or even like that was like their last album, but even further back to their grunge period and like heavy, and also Diorama, their second album. That was like, I don't know, it was one of the first albums that was introduced to me as a kid. Watching that on Rage and seeing the music video, I'm like, whoa, like it had such a blend of intricacy with like gentleness in music and orchestras, but then it got bloody heavy at
Yeah,
times
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That's like what I love, kind of like the feel with this band. We sort of we
Capture
flow
a
with
bit.
what our influences are, and we just like capture who we are with.
Why do you think they called it Diorama?
I don't even know.
I
I
can't
mean-
believe they were so young though when they recorded
Yeah.
that. That astounds me to this
Yeah,
That's
day.
Frog
incredible.
Stomp, they were like 15 and
Mm.
shit like that. Like,
Yeah, it was such an overwhelming time being that young as well.
Yeah.
Like then, like it was just a competition, and then people were like, oh, they're Nirvana and
yeah,
pajamas.
Nirvana,
or like,
Yeah.
pajamas.
no, we have influences from like Black Sabbath.
Like
Led
when they
Zeppelin,
wrote
you know?
Diorama, how old do you think they
They were
were?
about 18. That was when they're really maturing. Like
Ooh.
you know, they matured the hell up. Yeah,
But you
quick.
have to realise this is their second album, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they started very early.
From Stop.
Because I
was the
think,
first.
I mean, don't quote me, I think Diorama, I remember it out of an episode of Family Guy where Lois was asking her son,
Oh, yeah.
what's his name again?
Chris.
Like Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, like, you're not required to do diarrhea for homework. It's diorama,
Oh,
which
yeah.
means you're looking back on something from life.
Yeah.
And if it was their second album, they might be writing an album about
Maybe.
their first album.
Maybe they're looking back.
Just putting it
on-
out there. I'm not saying that
That's
I'm
a
right,
really-
don't quote me,
It
but
also
that
be a
might
good
be
name for a
why.
band, if anybody out there is starting a band, Diorama.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Free
There you
content.
go.
Di-
Free
well,
name.
it's already
Yeah,
been
I
used
might
as an
take it.
album, you know, so go for it.
Solo project Diorama.
Oh, mate, it's fun just spinning yarns, eh? I mean, that's what we're all about here at West Underground.
Good old chinwag.
Oh, like,
So I wanted to ask you boys before, like, what is the wildest story that you guys have as a band
Wildest.
that you want to share? Obviously, that is.
Do you guys any?
Oh, I would
Stories?
say
Yeah.
we were playing a gig at a place in Glebe, and I don't know if we can name. Can we name the?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
Good old Red Bar. Shout out Miguel if
Mm.
you're listening. Yeah, we were playing a gig, and this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
was doing a solo gig, and this guy walked in off the street with like a can of rum in his hand, just like
ooh,
just started playing the drums, and
he
like
brought his own. He
yeah, brought his own
prepared.
sticks. Yeah.
Oh, guys,
Was it
can
that's
of
for
rum
one
like
song.
Bundy, or
Was it what?
Was it Bundy?
It was a mix.
Yeah, it was
of
Bundy.
everything.
Of course, it was
yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out to
okay.
Bundy.
Because we're gonna be
Bundy.
throwing so many
These guys
brands
looking
out
for a
because we're
sponsor.
looking for sponsorship. You know,
Yeah.
like I love Captain Morgan, a bit of Sailor Jerry's Spice. You know, he's got this
Yeah.
can of rum in his hand. You're at Glebe, and it's your wild story. So like, where does it go from
Yeah,
there?
so like the guy playing the guitar was like full on bopping along to it, but there was no like sound guy or like it was like the bartender was running
Yeah.
between the mixing place and the bar, and he just comes in. He's like, "Mate, what are you doing? Not only like you're ruining this guy's gig, you're also heavily intoxicated. Like, you need to just get out."
But how it happened, right? It was a misinterpretation. Like the guy was going, "Oh, can I just play for one song, mate?" And like Luke and I were like, "Nah, man, you can't play."
Well, no, I was like, yeah, this is great.
You guys were playing
The guy
and he was
the guy-
intervening.
The guy was in the
with
middle
rum.
of playing, and like he was like, "Oh, I don't know, man. Like, not really sure."
Did
And
he
then
come
Jo-
back with a tray of cans of
Yeah.
rum to offer you, like
Yeah.
entice
If it's
you?
rum, it's a different story.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
you can't
it's
just
how
walk in.
rude of
Yeah,
him
yeah,
to just
yeah.
hold his
No,
can
no,
up.
Yeah.
He should
You
have brought you
should've
more.
offered, you
You
know.
should have offered more.
The hospitality's not there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, at least if you're
Yeah,
going to take
rookie
over the
mistake.
set and ruin it, at least shout the boys a can of rum.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly. Or
just
something,
remembered another-
you
Yeah,
know, get a
something,
beer in
exactly.
your hand, you know, like.
Just remembered another story. We were playing Valve Bar.
Oh yeah.
Probably the biggest gig that we did. And it was kind of packed out the room and stuff.
was fun.
It was
Oh, wow.
really
Yeah.
fun. And
That whole poster for it.
Like
Yeah,
when you
I-
say
everything,
packed
yeah.
out the room, like how many people
Rest in
would
peace
you,
to
would
the
you
Valve
say?
Bar.
Like,
Valve Bar,
Yeah.
how many of you can fit? I don't know. I can't really remember.
I
I
mean, just
The
hot
night.
and sweaty bodies
Yeah,
jumping
I
up
think
and
it's
down,
about-
screaming out, Planet Holiday.
It's about
oh my
a good
god, like
30,
you know, like
30, 40 people.
Nah,
No,
No,
it was like
50,
70.
Oh,
60.
was this one of
70,
your,
70,
was this
yeah.
one of your gigs with Cosmic Vibes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmic
Yeah,
Vibes.
Cosmic Vibes.
Yeah.
The
Cosmic
Decapitators
Vibes.
as well.
Yeah, bro.
Good band.
Um,
Decapitators.
So yeah, we were
Enough
playing.
bits.
We were playing at Valve
And
Bar,
offense, yeah.
and
Euphoria hits.
and
Yeah, man.
we were playing, and it kind of got a bit wild. We were
Yeah.
right at the end of this. We were headlining.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like this is
we're
so much
watching all
better
these
than Guitar
bands.
Hero.
Yeah,
This is
man.
a real life
Yeah,
event.
just
Oh
channeling
my
it
god,
through.
here we go.
Yeah.
Cosmic vibes.
We're
Yeah.
we're at right at the end, and we're playing at like 11:30,
Yeah.
and I was just drinking the whole night.
Yeah, drinking
Because
pumpkin
we got
juice
there,
and
we
gin.
got there at
Yeah,
like
like
6.
It's
Yeah.
a weight.
So I was like, what am I gonna
Yeah.
do for 5 hours or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
So
Beers were
I
cheap,
got
cheap there also, guys, by
yeah,
the way.
it was
So.
pretty good.
Get into the zone.
so-
Yeah, man.
I was probably regrettably a bit more intoxicated than I would like to be playing at, but I got the crowd to chant "fuck Aaron."
Oh really?
yeah.
Oh, I feel that. I mean, I'm
So
not
there
even in
was
the
about
band, but that's
70 people.
oh,
There was about 70 people. Just
that's how they
saying
keep you
"fuck Aaron."
grounded.
Oh man, yeah.
And his parents
They're
were in the
definitely
crowd.
definitely head swells. It is like there's
Talk
keep me
about
down
being
all
the butt of the
time.
joke.
Yeah, man.
His parents were in the crowd, and I
Alright.
don't think they really appreciated
Ah, they're alright
me
with it.
chanting "fuck Aaron."
Well, I mean, how many
And their
people could
baby
get away
boy.
with that? You know, like you
Remember
know.
looking to the camera and apologise, Sean, right
I'm
now.
sorry, Mr. and Mrs. D'Onofrio.
I'll be
And you
right.
know, we don't mean to say any French words. We're just telling the story. Okay,
Yeah.
authenticity is very important
yeah,
here at West
absolutely.
Underground. You know,
100%.
disclaimer.
But that was
Oh.
probably my favourite
Yeah.
gig. We all took our shirts
Yeah,
off.
so
Yeah.
we progressed it to it
Okay.
all. It was like,
Okay.
all right, everyone, Sean's gonna take your shirt off, and it was like, take it off. And it came to me, and then came to Daniel, and then Luke, like, all right, we're shirtless for the rest of this gig.
So you guys went shirtless at
Yeah.
Cosmic Vibes, 60, 70 hot bodies jumping
At
up and
Valhalla,
down.
Oh, yeah.
Playing with Cosmic Vibes.
This isn't in Glebe anymore. This is
No.
this is
Ultimo.
next to you.
Ultimo.
So just a backstory here, guys. So the Valve Bar room probably wasn't much, you know, very, very big. So it's for you guys that are sitting on the couch. It's probably the size of this studio.
Yeah.
the
So
Valve,
it's-
but it is
everybody's
tight.
in there.
Yeah.
It's
It's tight.
nice and tight.
Oh, such a
Everybody's gonna
homely
be-
bar, man.
So, I mean, it's the month of. Oh, it's the last day of May. I mean, we're doing post edits and stuff, you know, like. But coronavirus
Yeah,
is
man.
still a very big deal.
Absolutely.
Definitely, man.
And for music and for bands out there,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're still fanging to play, but you can't go out into the real life events and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, what have you guys been doing, given the fact that the Earth's kind of stopped and is going through this detox period? How have you stayed active? Have you got any projects coming up? Can you tell
Yeah,
us a little
man.
bit about that? Like,
We've well, while we've been working on the EP project, we actually recorded in a studio drums with this awesome producer named Matt, and
Yeah,
we did the
he
drum takes.
Did the producing on
Did everything.
engineering for Kwame.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
yeah,
really cool.
I think this is one of his first ventures into
Rock,
rock
yeah,
and
man.
stuff. So like, it's really exciting working with
Yeah.
a guy like that in the industry who
Yeah.
knows what he's doing and has
Yeah,
produced
absolutely.
artists that are,
Definitely.
you know.
would you rate him? Because, I mean, you're the drummer.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, he was
Yeah.
good. He got some fat
Yeah.
tones out of the drums. Like
New
We had
It's
something
really
hard for Luca because, you know, we're working with what we have, but, you know.
Yeah.
So you're working on that.
Throwing shade on
that's right. On the car ride home, I'll beat his ass.
It's winding up
You
the
can
song.
laugh right now,
In
Daniel.
the car ride home.
you wouldn't let him be called Ringo
We'll talk
Starr.
about this
I was
later.
running under the bus.
I was the drummer for a small period. We haven't really evolved into that, but we can. If you
For
want.
one song.
No, we would have forget about that.
like, do you have any live events with, like, pending dates, potentially? Like, because I don't
We
know
had
how
with,
far ahead we can look, you know?
Lord Gladstone, we had a date. It was like 17th of April. We were supposed to play a gig with the Decapitators in Florence.
Metro Theatre thing.
Yeah, Metro. There was this big
Yeah.
thing that this guy was setting up for the Metro Theatre, and he wanted to get all these underground bands to play.
Damn.
He just wanted I just make sure that there's a scene, you know.
And
This guy who's
Yeah.
really passionate because from when he played when he was our age, he helped push that. He was part of that scene pushing. Now he just wanted to make sure that our scene isn't dead ending ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tops the towel
He
for
was-
putting this together.
Well,
He was
cheers,
under
Tao.
the impression that, you know, like, the big bands that are going around, you know, Sydney, they don't need to play at Metro. They got Enmore, they got, you know,
Oh yeah, man.
They'll
all
book
these
'em
other,
out too.
and they'll book them out, you know.
Max
so
Watts and
Mate,
giving,
put a
like-
guitar on the street, hook up an amp, and
Yeah.
and you know, I mean,
People will come.
remember that chick that was busking, dance for me, dance for me, dance
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
she just busking on the street, and then bang, #1
Yeah.
song around
Yeah,
the
man.
world, Aussie. Shout out to the Australians,
Absolutely.
where we're filming from right now. So, like, what are they telling you? A tentative date, or they've just kind of gone
Not
ghost,
really.
or like what's
It's sort of
happening?
been in the works, and of course, a lot of what happened did disrupt that. But
Okay.
there were getting people to put their hand up for the dates and bring a crowd and make sure just invite everyone to make sure it's a success.
Okay.
Because
They-
if it,
They had a launch booked and organised as well, but I think it was like towards the end of March, 31st
Yeah.
of March or something.
Yeah.
That happened
That's
to be
today.
right around the
Yeah.
time.
So
We-
it's
we-
today. You should have been playing today.
Yeah, man.
we met.
Ah, mate,
no,
that's a
not-
sobering thought.
But we met Matt through Tal, so shout out to Tal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
man.
kind of
Yeah.
not only introduced all of us as an opportunity to play at the Metro, but he also said, here's some guys that really know what they're doing in the industry,
And then-
and we can connect you. And it was literally a case of me walking up to Matt and being like, hey, recording some drums in the next couple of weeks. Do you reckon we could
Yeah,
keep
man.
in touch and keep you as an option?
Yeah, kind of just
Okay.
works out from there, really.
That's in
Yeah.
addition to your EP.
So that's the actual.
So that was a
That's
gig.
part
that
of
was
it.
a prospect of a gig we had.
yeah, we invited
planned.
from many other bands, you know,
Okay.
to
Yeah,
just
that
create a
would've been-
scene.
That would have been huge, guys.
Yeah, man, it would've been
Yeah,
really
playing
huge.
at a metro is like.
That's always
It
been
will
a
be.
dream for us.
Yeah,
is
it
like
There
a
will be
big
one day
thing,
when all
yeah.
this is over.
Mm.
So it will work.
But
Well, I hope you
yeah.
guys can give us an invite to your next live event. I mean,
Yeah,
Hamish
yeah.
and I and the boys here at West Underground would
We'd
love
love
to
to
be
come.
with you.
Oh yeah, man.
Maybe we could even do a little promo giveaway to one of our
Absolutely.
avid fans that's
Definitely,
watching
man.
right now. You know, where are the fangirls at right now? Where are the fanboys? We do not judge here, even if you're
Yeah.
androgynous, even if you're non-binary. You're all welcome to apply to a free
Welcome
ticket
at West
giveaway.
Underground.
We'll work on it, because we're a growing community and we all need music. We all need entertainment.
Yeah.
Any other projects, or that was the main one you wanted
Yeah,
to
that was
mention?
the main one, and it just got cut because of that situation. So
Delayed,
what we did,
yeah.
like I just didn't want us to stop. So I thought I'll make sure everyone has all their equipment at their houses. We all
Yeah.
have recording devices, like audio
Yeah.
interfaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
These
drove
two
around with
guys
my
are-
amp and stuff like.
Because these guys are savvy with recording.
That's resourceful of you.
So
Like,
you guys told me before we started rolling this earlier on today that you started even your COVID-19 project where you were recording, live bands and you were tracking your own kind of stuff live.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk about more about that?
Yeah,
Us,
so
yeah.
so ISO Jams was like just a little phrase that I came up with. I was working on riffs and stuff, kind of at home, messing around with something for Planet Holiday, and I just put it forward to the guys. I was like, why don't we need to find something to
Yeah.
do to make sure we don't fall off the face of the earth during COVID.
Yeah.
while we're recording like
Exactly.
an EP,
Yeah, I definitely
so-
didn't want us to stop anything.
I mean, you
it's
guys
really
are a
important
planet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you
Exactly.
think
So
bigger.
follow
I
on,
mean, you're
man.
part of the universe of music. Earth's just one. Planet Holiday's another.
Yeah.
Like, your namesake itself gets you thinking outside the box. Like, that's
Definitely,
cool.
man.
So yeah, I think it was just a case of guys, let's keep as relevant as possible. We also want to just build our portfolio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So when we have to go forward to bands, and there are going to be a lot of bands coming out after COVID, we just want to have something to kind of show them and just make sure we tell our 100 or 200 followers like, hey, we're still here, we're still alive. None of us are coughing our lungs out.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
challenged us to be a lot more productive.
Yeah.
Like it's out of our comfort zone to try stuff out, and also because it's a handful of covers we've done, but we also want to work on originals. A couple that has been on the shelf for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that, like we just didn't use, and a couple songs that we're kind of writing as well, and it gives us a chance to just play around with guitar tones,
Yeah.
recording techniques, and then understand, I guess, more of what we sound like.
Yeah.
And that can also be quite beneficial for when we go back to the studio and record or work on the official EP we wanted to do, which is a
Yeah.
different project, understand how we can, I guess, record a tone and push for the production for that.
Yeah.
So it's like a really good atmosphere for us to really discover ourselves more.
So you've got a lot of songs in the works
Oh, yeah.
with lyrics and stuff just sitting there. They haven't been completely, finished to finalization, but
There's
they're
a few.
there.
There's a few that are just completely written, and like some of them are even recorded pretty much all the way,
Oh.
and we're kind of just waiting.
Like, do any of you have a line from a song that just comes to mind right now?
Sunny.
It's getting sunny, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking of shaving my head. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's quality. I mean, I remember when, unfortunately, shout out to Prince when he passed away. People said there was a vault of just so many songs that never got released.
Yeah.
So I would definitely encourage you boys, keep working away on that until the live events happen again. I mean, I guess that's just the nature of the best bands
Yeah.
out there. They keep trying to push the
I think-
envelope and keep working on themselves.
I think it's kind of just kicked us in the butt a bit, like COVID, because we, when you're a live band and you're sort of starting out and you're playing live gigs and you're trying to record, you kind of we'll focus on the live gigs because it's easier just to do live gigs and work on the set. But with COVID, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So we're just focusing really heavily on the EP.
We're all forced to
as
kind of be
well.
hermits right now, and then
Yeah.
the hermits
So-
start going through
Yeah.
what can we offer, and you got original music. That's so much better than so many.
Yeah, it's kind of just made us work harder at releasing and recording. We've been all recording guitars at our own homes and
Yeah, giving
you
each
know-
other criticism or oh, that guitar sounds good.
And weekly meetings too. I love
Yeah.
a good little Discord
Yeah.
conference.
Audio chat.
Every Friday night, 7 p.m. We're always on the
Yeah.
Discord.
Discord conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, we're taking it away from Zoom, bringing it towards Discord.
Discord's the way, man.
Yeah, just
This is the way.
Oh, sorry, man. But just a bit of a wrap up question here, I suppose. You know, to any guys out there that are sitting at home and they're, 16, 15, 17, 18, even 20, and they want to start a band, what advice?
Even 80, mate.
Even 80,
Mate,
why
mate.
not? Why not?
As
Why
long as you
not
don't
let
have
the
too much
80-year-olds start
arthritis, give it a
bands
go.
in the nursing homes. Who knows what could go on from there? But, what advice would you have to tell, the guys out there that are thinking about starting a band?
Just
Probably
keep on playing.
Find someone with a
Yeah.
drum kit as well.
Yeah.
He
That's
can't
a
reply to all
good
your
idea.
messages, but I mean,
Yeah.
look at this man.
Yeah, man. Just
But,
keep on
yeah.
playing. Like, I know there'll be times where there'll definitely be times where you feel kind of crap about the music you're writing, but that's just the iterative process of just writing music. You feel like, oh, it's cliche, but good point of advice is to have a good sense of self-critique, because that gets you in a mode where you can just work out, oh, this sounds a bit cliche, or this sounds a bit like it sounds good. You want to have a good kind of attack on the listener or when they're listening
Yeah.
to the song, and that's just that pattern. So you just gotta be self-aware.
Yeah.
That's it about writing,
I
and just
think-
get out there, play gigs, play covers. Covers can actually help you, I guess, find your sound. Know what people are after, but not necessarily what they're after, but understand how you feel playing live, and that just works you. So just bloody do it. It's just
Oh.
the first step. That's
also,
it.
also, as Aaron was kind of touching on, just be really in touch with your influences.
Yeah.
If you don't have mates who have a drum kit or who play music, and you need to go on Facebook or whatever, just be really good and really concise with these are my influences. This is what I play. This is what I want to sound like, and just be ready to just keep working on songs, keep pushing out riffs. 'Cause
Yeah.
You never know when the one that's going to be on Triple J or Triple M
exactly.
or whatever is going to be the one that hits. You never
Yeah.
know when you're writing the next Smells Like Teen Spirit or
You
the
never
next.
know.
you
Yeah,
never know
I
when
mean,
that-
I've thrown a basketball from half court, and majority of them miss, but sometimes
Yeah.
they go in. And, oh man, like
Um,
I mean, thanks for you guys for agreeing to come on and join us at West Underground.
Oh,
We've
of
been
course.
doing our best to pull strings with big influences, and I know you guys would rather be. Playing in a room with, 60, 70 bodies jumping up and down at Cosmic
Sweating out.
Vibes. But, I mean, just kudos to you for coming out and spending the time here
Thanks, man.
with West Underground.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
having
you,
us.
guys.
It's brilliant. Thanks for
Like,
having
what
us on the
made
show.
you guys agree to come on the show?
I think it was
Nothing better to do. Really.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're
Now I
honest.
know how you guys were at Cosmic, just going, all right, F Aaron, and then let's get our shirts off and swing it around. It reminds me of my year 10 formal, mate. I was just fucking going, son.
It's just
Yeah.
lockdown, isn't it? Like we're just
Yeah.
looking for stuff to do, like
Yeah,
looking
man.
for a way
Yeah,
to.
you guys invited us on. You seem like really great guys.
Yeah.
We played gigs with.
Yeah.
Hamish
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that,
There should
so,
be
like,
more people doing this, clearly, I
Yeah.
think, in
Yeah,
the
man.
space.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
West
Get on it.
Underground is here and now, and that's what we got.
Yeah, so tell your friends.
Yeah, for anyone that, I mean, let your friends know, the plug, and where can we follow you guys on Instagram, by the way? Like, how do we
Yeah.
connect with you guys?
Find us at Planet Holiday Band on Instagram, Planet Holiday on Facebook, and we're not on Twitter. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But we are on YouTube as well. We have stuff coming up there in terms of covers. We've got a few originals in the mix as well.
Yeah.
And
So that's just at Planet Hollywood.
At
I mean,
Planet
we're going to
Holiday.
link it here
Planet
somewhere in the
Holiday.
video,
at
but
Planet Holiday Band.
Yeah,
It'll be in a
okay.
box.
sorry,
right here.
Planet Holiday.
Planet Holiday Band on Instagram, Planet Holiday on Facebook.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Hamish, you got any other questions?
So guys, what we've recorded a the first acoustic set that we've ever had on West Underground today. So guys, keep tuned because we've definitely got something special for you guys. Coming in the next couple of weeks with these guys. So thank you very much for doing that.
Awesome.
And that series is going to be called Unzipped. So stay tuned.
Hell
for
yeah.
it.
And not only that, they did already do some recordings with us, some amazing sounds coming through acoustically. And, we can seg to that here. We can seg to that later. Our sound and editing team will take care of us for that. We love you guys, the
Thank
sexiest
you
guys
very
in the
much.
West. Big round of applause. Hamish, let's give him a big round of applause. I mean, if you're in your bed right now, give him a round of applause, give him a hoo-ha. Planet Holiday at West Underground.